slammed by medical experts. Here's infectious disease expert Dr. Paul Griffin on our show a little earlier.
I think it's up to everybody to make sure they've got the right information. We've seen the federal government campaign, so people know where to get the right information from. I guess I'd encourage people to stick to what they know best.
And Craig Kelly joins us now in Canberra. Craig, good morning to you.
Yeah, good to be with you.
Gee, I tell you what, you're fighting with everyone at the moment. I hear you just had a Barney with Tanya Plibersek in the press gallery. Is that true?
Look, I've been very disappointed about the Labor Party making this a partisan issue and attacking me and smearing me and slandering me and actually misrepresenting what I say. All I've been done is posting peer-reviewed articles, the opinions of expert professors and medical experts from around the world. The idea that I've somehow been posting misinformation is absolutely misinformation itself.
That's not true, Craig. I mean, I spent time online last night and have managed to debunk every one of your theories. They're not peer-reviewed. They're not peer-reviewed. I don't even want to get into this because, I mean, you're the only person saying this. We've got to listen to our doctors and our scientists. Don't you need to pull your head in?
Well, firstly, what you said there is incorrect. If you only pick up today's papers, the Sydney Morning Herald, Australia's most senior immunologist, Emeritus Professor Robert Clancy, someone that was actually awarded an Order of Australia for his services to immunology and medicine. He has said, and I quote, Craig Kelly is absolutely right. Now, that's our most senior immunologist. So the idea that I completely and utterly reject the idea that I'm out there putting any theories forward. I'm not putting any theories forward at all. Now, yes, some of the studies that I've posted are still undergoing peer review, but many of them have actually been through the peer review process. In fact, I would say the majority of the studies that I've posted have been through the peer-reviewed process. And just because something
that is just not true, Craig. I mean, one of the studies you quote, it's a Bangladeshi plastic surgeon. I would like to take my medical advice from someone who is knowledgeable in infectious diseases, is an epidemiologist.
Well, that's right. Well, you should listen.
One example
in that case, you should listen to Professor Robert Clancy. He's our most senior credentialed immunologist in this country. So that's who I believe we should be listening to. Look, and he has said, and I'll quote exactly what he's wrote.
You've already quoted it, Craig.
Well, no, I haven't. He also said here, this is very important. He said, from uncertain beginnings, an impressive database has more recently been accumulated that strongly supports the use of hydroxychloroquine and or ivermectin. Their use in concert with the vaccine, so this is not an anti-vax position, their use in concert with the vaccines can no longer be denied. In fact, this is the only science-based opinion. Now, they're not my words. That's not my words. That's not my theories. That study you're referring to.
That study you're referring to, because this is important.
To any study. You are misrepresenting what I'm saying.
I did my research, Craig, as you asked us to do. You need to listen for a moment.
But hang on,
ivermectin is a wonderful drug. You are right. If you have scabies or river blindness.
You obviously haven't read. I'm sorry, you are not listening to our. You've got to listen to the science. You've got to listen to.
Are you a scientist? Are you a scientist, Craig? I'm not. I'm not.
I have just quoted the senior immunologist in this country, the most highest credentialed immunologist in this country. Now, are you saying that he's wrong?
I'm saying the chief medical officer. Every global medical body in the world has rejected the use of those
I'm sorry, that is incorrect.
Craig.
That is incorrect.
But you know what? I actually didn't want to get you on here to determine whether or not what you're saying is true or not.
But you are, I'm sorry, with greatest respect, you are making false statements that you are accusing me of. And I have a right to defend them.
You know what? Freedom of speech is one thing, Craig.
You said that everybody in the world, and that is simply untrue. The medical bodies in India use ivermectin. They have it in their standard protocol.
Craig,
I've seen a study recently published, a peer-reviewed study in the American Journal of Medicine that has a treatment protocol that includes both hydroxychloroquine and ivermectin. So to say that there's no medical body in the world that approves this, I'm sorry, is incorrect.
Craig, what's going on at the moment? Because, I mean, why do you think it took the Prime Minister so long to haul you over the coals? Is there something going on?
Well, no, not at all. All I said, I have been publishing results of studies from overseas, opinion from overseas. And also, as I said, our most senior qualified immunologist in this country. Right now, people have been misrepresenting my position And that's why I'm happy to come on and defend it, because a lot of things that are being said are completely untrue.
Craig, I looked into absolutely everything that you have put forward last night. As you requested the media to do and all of us to do, is not to ignore what you're saying. Every single theory was debunked.
So you read 35 studies? Well, hang on. How can you say it is debunked?
Kids not wearing masks. It's one study in Germany that hasn't been peer-reviewed, not yet released.
And that is the reason why.
And the language you used wasn't true.
And that is the reason why in this country, unlike other countries, we do not put mask mandates on children under 12 because of the psychological and physical harm that it causes children. So the medical experts in that respect agree with me. And I don't want to see in this country, like we see in other countries, mask mandates upon children under 12. Because when you read the expert opinion, when you read the science, it says it causes them harm. And on that, as I said, our medical experts agree with me, because we don't have any mask mandates in this country in children under 12.
Craig, we have seen deaths from COVID, we've seen sickness, we've seen mass job losses, hundreds of billions of dollars spent in government stimulus. All our hopes are riding on a vaccine. You need to be quiet.
Well, if you don't want to listen to our most senior qualified immunologists,
I am listening to them, and I think you need to start listening to our scientists and our doctors, Craig.
Our scientist is our most senior qualified immunologist in this country, Professor
Craig.
Robert Clancy, and you are not listening to him. I'm sorry.
No worries, Craig. You're in a position of responsibility, and I think you're failing in that duty.
And I'll continue to speak the truth and tell the truth.
It'd be nice if you started.
If the media
want
to misrepresent my position, I'm going to come on and I'm going to defend it, because I will not have slander and smear and said against me when the facts are incorrect.
Okay, Craig. Thanks for your time today.
Thank you.
It's been one of those mornings, hasn't it?
It's been a little bit.
Let us know what you think at home about all of that fascinating stuff.